You all have different personalities. You all have different ways of communicating. But you cannot tell a woman that she's wrong for something if that is the way that woman feels. I have a vagina. You have a like we're different. You all. The one thing that y'all told me when I got on this panel over and over and over and over again is that men and women are different. Men and women are different. But as soon as women are like, this is how we think, you shouldn't think that way. Right. All right. Well, it. Don't worry about it.
This is what kills me, right? About women, and I'm seeing dudes do it too. Like, y'all want to attack somebody because you disagree, like attack somebody's point, attack that. But like, one thing that I'm not big on is attacking somebody's sexuality because they too pro women. Y'all don't call this nigga up here gay and all this other shit just because he's pro woman. Like, it's such thing as a male feminist. Like, that is a thing. It is a thing. Do we agree with them for the most part? Fuck no. However, being a male feminist doesn't also mean that you also like dick. So I would just ask the hyena bitches, y'all gonna hyena bitch, so I'm not worried about y'all. But for some of you other ones that's, I'm saying, coming out of pocket and just saying the shit, like, be smarter about it. And then two, if you gonna have a joke, like, make it a new one. Like, goddamn, like, you know how many black niggas we get called gay all the time when you can't say shit else about us. Like, when you can't attack anything else, you want to call us gay, or you want to call us short, or you call us something else to try to emasculate us. But goddamn, if you're gonna be disrespectful, at least be creative about it and say that shit in a super chat with your chest. Stop talking for free. Sorry, my bad. True, go ahead.
No, you good. No, so both said the world's not set up for broke people. I agree. Would you say, Bo, in your opinion, if we're gonna split the sexes and we're gonna look at who holds the most dominance within the financial sector, would you say that be men or that be women collectively?
It would be men, of course.
Okay. Would you say that most women on an individual level are prepared to be able to support themselves through their senior, throughout their lifetime with what they earn typically?
You're asking about most women?
Yeah, because we have to scale it across majority.
No, because of the earning potential of most women. No.
Okay.
But there are women that are responsible. Like, I don't make a bunch of money, but I've been smart in putting back and planning for my future. Like, women who take whatever money they do have and plan for the future and get a number that they want to live off of in the future and plan there right now and pay for it, I think that they'd be fine. Are they going to live in luxury? Probably not, because of our earning potential. But yeah, we'll probably retire okay.
And that's why I said I think this is just, I'm being hyperbolic, but I think that I'm hearing you. Maybe men need to adopt this non-care factor, because what's happening, in my opinion, is that we're trying to rewrite the rules. The reality is most women cannot survive financially on their income and their earning potential. That's why Melyssa Ford rhetoric to me is dangerous, because she's operating from a place of privilege. She amassed a lot of early wealth, and I think she even said in her response, her mom left her inheritance. She didn't disclose that amount, so she not only earned a lot, she inherited money. Most people don't inherit a lot of money, right? That's where decent men are gonna care about. Okay, look, I don't want Susan and them, or whomever, to be 72 years old and out here shaking at Walmart trying to figure out how to get her bills paid. One of the blessings about collaborating with a family, a man, and so on and so forth, is that the collaboration improves your longevity, your stability in the world. That's always what it's been built around. But only recently have we started to dismantle, because so many women are getting punched in their face, and so many women are being mistreated and dragged through the mud. And no one ever spends a lot of time talking about the beauty of collaborating and actually having this work out in her favor. And so I'm saying maybe we need to just stop caring and allow for what is inevitable to happen. Because if you move us out the way, majority of women current day are drowning in financial ruin. And just for the fact that they can hold up a gap. That's why your Klarnas and your firms and all that are prominent in the upswing because they are trying to scramble and figure out how to just get groceries, but they're doing it right. So maybe we should stop caring. But
I think you're being a little hyperbolic, mostly just because it's not that you shouldn't care. It's that you all are not listening. Like a lot, y'all don't listen to us on this panel. Like literally in this live, on this panel and in the comments, men literally, like women will say something and men will be like, that's not true. And I'm just like, y'all really don't want to listen to us. And that's generally why you don't get listened to. Like, y'all know I'll shut down in a minute. Because if I'm saying something and I'm being fair, I usually listen to your point, I validate your point, and then I counter it, or I just offer another perspective, and you'll still not listen to me. Like what I'm saying is just the dumbest thing in the world. But if you take the time to listen to a woman's perspective, then maybe we might get somewhere and you could care and we could listen to you. We have to listen no matter what. Men are perfect. Men are infallible here. Men are infallible on social media, period. And it's women that have to take the accountability. It is women that have to follow men's leadership. Even if you all are being abusive with your words and combative. Not you, True, but a lot of y'all are. Like, I get it. Like, you all have different personalities. You all have different ways of communicating. But you cannot tell a woman that she's wrong for something. If that is the way that woman feels, I have a vagina, you have a dick. Like, we're different. You all, the one thing that y'all told me when I got on this panel over and over and over and over again is that men and women are different. Men and women are different. But as soon as women are like, this is how we think, you shouldn't think that way. Right. All right. Well, fuck it. Don't worry about it.
Do you really believe that most women think like Melyssa Ford, like overwhelmingly?
I'm not centering Melyssa Ford. I don't know. Okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying about how dangerous that rhetoric is because of her place of privilege. I don't tell people how to do anything financially because I know I come from a very privileged background as well. I had an inheritance. So, and I'm sitting in my grandfather's hard work right now. It is because of him that I get to do these things. So I don't push anything off on anybody because I know people don't live in my position. So I do agree with you that it is very harmful for her to say those things and tell women how to live financially because most women don't have her financial background. So I do agree with that.
I think we're trying to. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So I think I went through my phase in life where initially I believed that I was in the all you got to do phase. Every conversation I had with somebody started out with a, man, all you got to do is just and it was just instruction. It was just look at you. All right, I see what's wrong. Do this and then go about your business. And then what I noticed is people started becoming like combative in a way, or even though I was right, even though what I told them to do, they necessarily, if they would have done it the exact way I said, it would have worked out for them because it's worked out before. I started noticing that shit would backfire because then people wouldn't come as much to you for the information. So then I started like that probably was like 25 to 32 or whatever.
Let me just play.
So then I kind of transitioned aspect because I know what I think the solution is. And then like what is the goal you're trying to achieve? And if they can y'all hear me still? Can y'all hear me still? Yeah, and if the goal you're trying to achieve isn't what I think you want, then I just listen, like, all right, well, you know. And I ask, like, I have an opinion. You gotta tell me if you want to know it, because I don't want to offend you like that. At least that's what I try to do. You know what I mean? So I kind of agree with Bo's point in regards to that, because like I might have an ideal for somebody like that they don't have for their life, and I can't force my ideal on them. You know what I'm saying? So me being happy with whatever I got going on also allows me the ability to just say, well, that's you. What can I do? Like, what I know what I think will work. You know what you think of work? What can I do about that shit? I need to just fall back and let you do you. And maybe when you feel like you want to actually do something different, you will come holler at me, or the shit might work. And I might just have to be like, oh, I didn't see that. Congratulations, and be happy for you. Either way, I'm gonna be happy for you if it work out. If it don't and you refusing, then it may come a point where I'll be like, look, I really don't want to hear about this anymore, because you don't want a result that you can potentially be happy with. You don't want the solutions that I could potentially give you. And right now you just like you're nagging at this point. Male or woman, we going over the same exact thing that we know we can resolve, but you refuse to for whatever reason. So I don't really want to hear about that shit no more. But I do agree with her, because there are people I talk to all the time that I can get information. They be like, boom, I appreciate what you just gave me. Then there are people I can tell that don't want to hear that shit. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll listen, but I only got so much time I can listen if it's the same issue, you know? So yeah, I get what she's saying. But Melyssa Ford, I also kind of agree with Willie's point about and it kind of jumped into the Chambaudet lady point, because she was saying if you're happy about what you're doing, then you're not splashing other people with the water. So if you're in the pool having a good time, you're not taking the water out and splashing the person that's over there sunbathing that's not bothering you, enjoying their own life. So to Willie's point, it's like I watched parts of the interview. I didn't watch the whole thing, so I could be out of context. And I say that in the beginning. It sounded like she was saying that men were just horrific and problematic, or at least the most of the men she ran into. And she was like cross-applying that across all men. And my thing was, if she was happily becoming single and happily going into her whatever portion of life that she's moving into now with men, why at this point is there so much anger and like painting of a narrative of men? Like she used the example of a white man in Europe drugging his wife and having men come in and grape her. Like, I don't know no other man doing no shit like that. But she kind of like painted that across all men. Like we be out here just setting our wives and sisters and mothers up to be raped, and we are gonna eat them or cereal. Like it was just crazy. It's like, all right, if you want to go about your life and be single, ain't nobody. I'm not mad. I can't say ain't nobody else, because there do be people that's mad. But I'm not mad at you for that. Go enjoy your life. I would like to see you happy and when you come around, you spread positivity and love, and you are an embodiment of singleness that resonates in a place where we be like, man, that person really enjoying their life. They single, but that's what they want to be, and they enjoying that shit. That's somebody that come around like, yeah, I'm single because I'm powerful and men ain't shit and like, come on now, that's not what I'm getting from that. So I think it's a way you could go about doing that. But again, that's just my opinion.